If you're researching, can notaries make good money part-time around a full-time job? Well, you're going to want to watch this video because this is signing agent Shatia out in the great state of California, who is a part-time signing agent for the past 5 years. Can you share with everybody how much are you making on average as a part-time notary?
So 2 to 3,000 on average right now in this market. I'm a part-time notary. I started 5 years ago part-time. I continue part-time. I love being a notary. It's the best side hustle that anybody can have. Nights, weekends. This is for you.
All right, well, we're going to break it all down. So first off, I'm so proud of you. I have known Shatia for 5 years. She's been an LSS student, but she's going to break down how she gets business, her schedule, when she drops off docs, when she markets, so you can be inspired that you can do it too. So Shatia, let's get down to this. So you've been a notary before COVID,
Mhm.
during the COVID boom,
Yes.
and post-COVID boom. And over
Yeah.
those 5 years, you've averaged $2,000 to $3,000. You made more during the boom, as everybody did, but
Mhm.
averaging $2,000 to $3,000. And so I say that a few times because there's a lot of people who, or a lot of students watching this thing. There's no way you could have a $40,000 a year part-time business. So let's walk people through what that looks like. Okay, so this is the day in the life of a signing agent. Walk us through your day now. Your day is a little bit more actively doing signings than you are marketing, but we're going to get to the marketing section next. But
Okay.
what does your average day look like so people can walk through what is your regular job? What are those hours? And then walk people through that.
Okay, so my regular job hours is from 9:30 to 5. Um, but what my day looks like, picking up docs and dropping off. So the morning is very important to me. So I drop off my daughter in the morning. When I drop off my daughter, I either go pick up docs or I drop docs off, depending on the time. So about 8:30, depending if a client says, "Oh, I need docs," or "I need docs dropped off," between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, I'm dropping off and picking up docs, either at FedEx or UPS. Then if a client, my directs, they know me and I went into them and told them, "Look, this is my hours. I'm a night and weekend notary. If you need a backup, I'm here for you as a backup." So that's how I got into the flow when it started getting busy and all the other notaries are busy. They're looking for somebody on nights and weekends. So um, I let them know I'm your night and weekend girl. I also utilize my lunch break, so I'm using
Mm.
most of my time. So one of my direct clients knows my hours, so she's like, "Oh, I got a signing at noon. I scheduled for you. Can you be here at noon?" I zip over there at noon, do the signing, 30, 40 minutes, zip back home, and continue to do my job.
Okay. And then what do your evenings look like? So the evenings are the signings to walk people
Yeah.
through that.
So evenings, I'm off at 5. Sometimes during lunchtime too, I print my docs during lunch or in the morning, just depend on when I got get my docs. So I try to have my first appointment at 5:30. That gives me a 30-minute window to print docs if I haven't got docs already or if docs didn't come the day before. So 5:30, I try to have my first appointment. First appointment is at 5:30. Then a second appointment is probably like 6:30 or 7, just depends how far apart the signings are. So I try to do at least 2 a day. Sometimes I push it to 3 if it's like the end of the month, somebody really needs me, it's my direct. Of course, my direct is gonna get what she wants. So therefore, I'm gonna do a 7:30 or 8:30. So that's about my schedule.
I hope everyone heard that. She walked you through her day. She drops off docs right after she drops off her daughter to school. She utilizes lunch and then she utilizes evening. So a couple truths that I want everyone to hear is like, in order to get a $3,000 a month business, you are working almost all available hours you are. You could
Yes.
easily, if your goal was to make $1,000 a month, you would work what, 10 hours a week max. And so you're choosing to make the extra money around your current schedule. So if everyone always wonders what does a part-time signing agent schedule look like, Shatia just broke it down. Anything else you want to add to your scheduling?
And then Saturdays. Saturday, I book my Saturdays fully packed. 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock is my Saturday. I'm booked if they let me book all day. Especially when it was super busy, the boom. I was booked from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sometimes I would come back around noon if I picked up another sign and print the docs and then go back out.
So
So
now by the time this recording, it's October 2024. What does a Saturday look like?
Friday nights is a real busy night, so I'm looking at 5:30 to probably 7 or 8 on Friday nights, then get up in the morning. Right now, it's about 10 o'clock, a 10 o'clock one, and then a noon, and maybe a 1 o'clock, but at least have 2 signings on Saturdays. And I'll always look at SnapDocs or any, signing service for a Saturday signing to make that extra income because 'cause I'm free on Saturday, so I'm lenient, like whatever comes Saturday or Sunday. I used to
Right.
have Sunday off, but now it's like, okay, if I can do one signing on Sunday, I'm gonna sacrifice, go do that one signing and then come back, scan it, and then take it to, well, FedEx is closed on Sundays, but I take it on Monday morning when I drop my daughter off and just keep it going.
Man, I mean, you're an inspiration to everybody who wants to build a part-time business. Because at this point of your business, now I want to hear a few things. You are 5 years in. We're going to
I
talk about the beginning part of your business. I
Mhm.
mean, Shatia is kind of an OG LSS student. Rather the fond place in my heart for you, girl. Um, oh, let's go. So,
And I
you
did
know,
this part-time when it was booming.
$10,000 a month part-time is what she was showing you. What you built is years of hard work. And I will never shy away from anyone. This business takes real work. But if you're willing to put in the work, you can have a business like Shatia, where after 5 years, it's on autopilot. You're making $2,000 to $3,000. Your directs know you're part-time, you're doing weekends, you're doing evenings, you're working as much or as little as you want
Mhm.
to. And
Mhm.
that's what's possible after 5 years. So I don't want to shy away from the work because that'd be doing you a discredit because you
Yeah.
hustle and implement as well as anyone I've ever coached. But
Thank
all
you.
of that is not to, but all of that has created this. And that's what I want
Mhm.
people to see is you
Mhm.
can create a business around your current job. And frankly, you have a stereotypical 9 to 5, like you're
Mhm.
utilizing lunch and dinners and breakfast. So I want everybody to really take in this moment. But let's backtrack a little bit. Okay.
Mhm.
So now that we've kind of shown everybody what the day in a life looks like of a very put together notary after 5 years, let's
Mhm.
take people through the build. So you were a student of mine before COVID,
Mhm.
right? When interest rates are roughly where they are today.
Yep.
Walk people through how did you use your time to market? Now teach people the other side. So my question specifically is, when did you find time to market? When did you market? How did you market? And you speak about direct clients you get.
Mhm.
And what I'm trying to paint a picture of how intentional you were with your time.
So I started marketing in the morning before I had to log on 9:30. That means going to get donuts, Krispy Kreme, dropping them off with my cards. This was in the very, very beginning.
So we're
Um,
talking like 8 a.m.
yeah, like
I want
I
everyone to hear that.
8 a.m. till 9
Yeah.
a.m., I was marketing. I got a list of escrow offices in San Diego. And of course, when you go in, they're going to say, I already got a notary. Okay. Well, I'm a night and weekend notary. If just in case you need a backup, I'm here to help you, to assist you with your notaries. I can pick up docs. These are the times I can pick up docs. If you want to email me docs, also, you can email them to me. So they was like, okay, okay. But then when it started getting busy, and it's like, "Oh, can you come pick up dots or I can email them to you?" They needed that notary
Okay,
part.
I want everyone to hear what she just said. So the first thing she said is, I marketed before I got on to work. It was literally escrow offices open at 8. Shatia was in there at 8:01. She had 1 hour and she utilized that full hour. So a couple things I want to unpack. What I love about my part-time students, you guys are arguably more efficient than full-time students. So my full-time students are like, oh, well, I just got all day to do it. So guess what they never do? They never market. Where my part-timers are like, I got 2 hours max,
Mhm,
1 hour before, 1 hour at lunch, I'm it. And so what I want people to hear is your intentionality. Okay. What I really want people to hear, Shatia, and let's talk about this, is you didn't talk about in the beginning how you went and only use signing services. You didn't let this limiting thought of like, oh, they would never hire me direct because I'm part time. Walk people through that mindset. And this is before the boom,
mhm.
right? This is literally 5 years ago. We're talking 2019.
Yep.
So walk people through your mindset. Why didn't being part time prevent you from going direct, where some people have this limiting thought of like, oh, they'll never hire me because I'm part-time? Walk me through that.
I felt like directs was more money, so I was looking at how can I make more money in my
Mm,
short period of time. With some directs, they pay you, 175, 200, where signing services is paying you half of that.
right.
So sometimes I can do two notaries from a direct, and that's $400, and I'm done for the day. Two and done.
So,
Versus
but so where is the mindset in the beginnings?
like, don't limit your mind to that. This is all I want. Go to the next level. If it's starting at the next level, start at the next level of getting directs, getting to know escrow officers, understand them. Sometimes they just sit and chit chat with you when you bring them donuts. So it was my mindset to get to the next level as fast as I can,
I
um,
wish I heard that.
as doing signings for escrow officers and escrow companies.
Okay, so let's walk people through this. Thank you for that. I love what you just said. They start at the next level, right? And
Yeah.
it's don't put limiting thoughts. So let's walk people through the realism of a part-time signing agent. Was you being part-time, do you feel that that put you at a disadvantage when you marketed?
No, it didn't put me at a disadvantage at all
I want to
because
say that one more time. Say that one more time. Did it put you at a disadvantage because you walked in and told them you were part-time?
no, it did not put me at a disadvantage at all. They're always looking for people to work at night because their scheduled notaries are just a 9 to 5 notary. They're looking for that, okay, I'll take this 9 PM signing or maybe this 10 PM signing. I'm willing to do this to get in with your company. So you have to put yourself out there and say, look, I'm not going to, this is my hours. They understand it. I'm here for you within these hours.
I
It's
want everybody to hear that, because what I'm using you as a vessel to help notaries get past these limiting beliefs. They
mhm,
think like, oh, there's no way that they're going to hire me because I'm part time. There's no way. But you're just straight up telling people like, they will call me during lunch, even though they know I'm part-time, because it shows you how little notaries market. And the fact that you're able to walk in, that they really literally need you part-time or full-time. Okay.
mhm,
So let's keep walking people through this. Okay. Let's go back to beginning of your business. So
okay,
8 to 9, you're marketing.
mhm.
Did you do anything during your lunch breaks in the beginning to try to market your business?
Not in the beginning, I didn't, but after I attended, like, I think the 2nd year of your conference, it, like, lit a fire in me, and I was like, "Okay, Imma market, um, at lunch, after work, because escrow officers are still there sometimes to 8 PM at night, so you gotta be like, "Oh, you have something to eat?" or "You want something to eat?" Sometimes when I drop off documents at night, like, if I do it and I'm like, "Oh, you want something to eat? I know you're there late. Let me drop these documents off and get you something to eat." So sometimes they're there to the 8 and 9 o'clock at night still working.
I mean, let's keep unpacking this. I mean, you're 5 years in
Mhm.
now, and you have a business basically in automation.
Yes.
And I don't want to take away the work of the first few years in business, but and so why I wanted to bring this to the forefront is you literally just shared 8 to 9 in the morning. There was a point in my business I started marketing at lunchtime. There's a point in my business where I started marketing from 5:30 to 6 p.m.
Mhm.
And that's what I want people to hear is now your business basically is on easy street, but it wasn't always like that. And but it is possible to get a business on easy street when you
Yeah.
put in 3 years of that. And I'm never going to take away from someone's effort. This is not a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to put in the work, and I mean, sometimes let's be honest, it might take you 12 months to get this off the ground, but
It it took about that time. It took
yeah,
about
and a
12
lot
months.
of people won't put in the 12 months.
Give it 12 months of your hard work and see what the outcome would be. And after that 12 months, it was flooring. It was at points where I had to turn down notaries because I was so busy. But always give a new business 12 months
All
because
right, I
that's when
love it.
you just that once you roll over to that next year, you go into that next level. And I've seen that with this business.
You know what I will say too, Ishti, I'm so proud of you, is just your work ethic is second to none.
Right.
And I don't want people to watch these videos and be like, oh, it was easy. It wasn't easy. She had to wake up at
Mhm.
8 o'clock, drop her daughter off, go market, go at lunchtime, go at 5. But if you want to put in the work, it's absolutely possible. And that is the purpose of these episodes. It's to show it's possible, to show the hard work. You literally gave the script. I'm part time, but I'll do nights and weekends. She's literally telling you what she said. The difference with Shatia and other people, she actually said it. So I want
Mhm.
everyone to hear this conversation and get inspired because you can build a business. Now, I hate to do this, but I will. I want to talk to some people who might be a little bit of disbelievers. Well, if the business is that great, Mark, then how come she still has a full-time job? And so kind of walk people through your day job and why
Mhm.
you kind of insist on making this a part-time business that is very fruitful and you haven't kind of morphed into it. Because
Mhm.
I always tell people there's no right or wrong way to build a business. The business is what fits your lifestyle, your family, your goals. And you've chosen to do full-time. Don't quit the full-time but have this great part-time. Walk people through why it makes sense for you, your family to have the full-time job on top of the side hustle.
So, as an independent woman and finding my own independence, having my full-time job helps me cover everything for what I need. And I've been with my company for 15 years. So I love the benefits of my company. I love the bonuses of my company. I love my company. But I also love making extra money where I can have the freedom of, like I said, I can buy a car with cash, go into the dealer. That gave me independence as a woman. Like I can buy my own car with my own cash, walk in the dealership. Here's a cashier's check. So, and that's what the loan signing system did. And that's what as a loan agent did, just hustle and bustle to get the cash to do that. But I also love that I use my notary money to pay off debt for investments, making me more independent for myself and my future of my girls.
I love what I heard, and I think is beautiful is like, you have a family, right? And,
Yeah.
and so in your case, having the stability of that full-time job, make sure that your family and that your mom first, everything second. And so
Yes.
having what I love about the notary business, it is whatever you make of it. And that's
Yes,
what I'm
it
trying to
is.
talk about. Like, there's no wrong or right way to build this business.
There's no wrong or right way to build a business. I do spend time with my girls. It gives me the opportunity. We just went to the Nicki Minaj concert. That was on notary signing money. So it gives me more opportunities to give to my children, my two girls, by having the full-time and part-time job together. It's more financial freedom for
Mhm.
me by having that part-time job. Just not solely depending on
And
my regular job. And if something happens to my regular job, I know that I can do this full time with my
right.
eyes closed.
It's mama bear just putting in all the safety nets and you one way or the other, you're going to be okay. And that's a beautiful part about what you've built, Shatia. I mean, let's talk about, let's say there's a notary watching this right now.
Mhm.
Who's like, there's no way I can build a part-time business. What would you say to that notary?
I would tell that Nola, you absolutely can build a part-time business. It will be hard in the beginning, but just keep hustling and bustling and passing out your cards, talking to people, networking, staying connected to everybody. Have a group of people that you can talk to, but you got to put in the work to get the results. Sometimes people don't want to put in the work to get the results, but in the beginning, it's hard. You give it a year, hit the pavement and go. You can absolutely do it. I'm living proof. I have two girls. I work, I have fun, and I do notaries all the time.
Let's kind of morph into, what this business has done for you, your family. When I say your family, I mean you and the girls. Um,
Mhm.
where were you 5 years ago before you became a signing agent, or I should say a profitable signing agent? Um, Walk people through that because I want people to see the power of what this business can do and the transformation. What has it done for your family?
The transformation, I'm gonna start with myself first. Just me, it gave me confidence in myself running the
Mm,
business because I wouldn't have never thought I was shy, me would go into an escrow officer and talk to somebody and explain to them about the business. It helped me grow up as a woman, like, I'm
Mhm.
independent, I'm doing this by myself with not nobody helping me or assisting me. I'm showing, "Look, I'm a woman, I'm going in here and I'm here to help you. I'm assisting you to make you profitable, we profitable." It's a team as women. But as for my family, my daughter's in college at San Diego State. My other daughter, she's playing basketball, and we get to go and do plenty of things. I say they spoil rotten, but they're good kids, so they deserve to get spoiled. And so having that extra income, just, "Oh, I wanna go to prom. I wanna go here. I wanna go there." It just makes life so much easier. I was able to buy my daughter a car the same way. So it's the independence of growing yourself.
Mm, it's beautiful.
It's all about
Uh,
growth.
I mean, all I heard was a businesswoman who was tenacious, and I don't want that lost in this story. Because
Yes.
anything's possible with hard work, but she's living proof that if you market in the mornings, you market at lunch, you market in the evenings, you're very honest and transparent. I am part time. Here are my hours. It's a limiting thought that no one's going to hire you because you're part
Mhm.
time. It's a limiting thought that you should hide from people that you're part time. And I think that's the beautiful part of this entire story.
I do have a little gym if people can do this. I did take like I had PTO time. I did take time off at the like the third. I know they're not escrow officers is not as busy like the second week. So I took like a day off and marketed. Also, you're getting paid from your regular job from PTO. You might not just be sitting in the bed,
Yeah.
you out there working, but that's when I took that day off and spent all day marketing. I remember it was around Halloween and I made some candles or something like that, and I dropped them off. That next week, I was getting calls because I just spent the day. Like,
Yeah.
you can take a day off, take that day off to make more money.
Well, I mean, I think she gave you the nugget of all nuggets that the second week escrow officers are the least busy, which means they're the most receptive to walk-ins. So I'll make sure that little nugget wasn't missed by the audience. And this is talking from a lady businesswoman who's just absolutely crushing the business part-time, 30 to $40,000 a year. When I say that to you, like you have your own business part-time that's making you 30 to $40,000 a year after year. What do you feel when I say that back to you?
I started this from scratch. Like, women sometimes shy away because they think they have to rely on a man, but this business you can completely start by yourself,
Mm,
like, just one step at a time. I took it once, a printer, this, that, and it was one, like, I couldn't get it all in the beginning, I couldn't get it all up front. I just like, "Okay, this month, Imma get this month, Imma get
mm.
this," and it just like building blocks. Like you're building you have your foundation, you build the blocks to build your house. And then once you got your house, you look back and say, I built this beautiful house.
Let's talk about that. That's okay. So, 2019, you become an LSS student. We have some students who are crushing it. What built that patience in you? Because I don't think there's enough students who are patient. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Month
Yeah.
number three, and they're not making 5 grand a month. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, the
Yeah.
market's saturated. Oh, this.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop. It's 3 months in the bit. But I want
Yeah.
to dig into your mindset.
So just set baby goals for yourself. Maybe the first goal, okay, my goal is to make $500. Okay. Try to build up to that 500, then that 1,000, then that 2,000. I remember when I was going for 10K, it was the most craziest month ever, but I was out all Saturday and Sunday because that was a goal that I wanted to accomplish. So you have to set goals for yourself.
Mm,
It would have been easy for me to be like, oh, I got a full time job. I don't want to do this. But
yeah.
also with my goals, I was like, oh, okay, I want this new purse. You when you reach your goal, reward yourself you know?
Mm.
So it was the rewarding myself and setting goals that made me stick with it and say, dang, I'm doing this. And then when you see the money coming in, you feel the money coming, you want to keep going. You
Well,
want
let me stop you real quick because I think you said a really good nugget, and that is, I make a goal, I reward myself.
to.
And what's really cool is that you are so wise beyond your business years because understanding that like that sets some intrinsic motivation. And so I
Mhm.
hope people heard what she said there. So if you're here today and you get your notary commission, get that glass of wine. You got your
Mhm.
first signing, get that blouse you've been looking at. But it's really rewarding yourself is really a really cool way to keep yourself inspired and creating momentum. You're dropping so many nuggets right now. So
Thank you.
the reason I bring on successful students because I want to figure out what made you tick and how did you get where you went. And I love that you rewarded your little goals. And by the way, there's no such thing as little. Their goals are goals are goals. You don't
Yes.
compare your goals to somebody else, but you still rewarded yourself
Mhm.
for those goals. And I think that's the magic nugget that I just heard.
Yeah.
Shatia, I'm so proud of you. Like
Thank you.
5 years in, there's sometimes I get students on here who are 6 months in, you're 5 years in. You've built consistent business as anyone we've ever had in the loan signing system. But what I didn't know, and I've known you for 5 years, I like to think we're homies at this point, but I didn't know how much effort you put into it, knowing that you did 8 to 9, noon, market 5:30.
Now that I have built the business, I take signings at that time. Now it's like, "Oh, can you do it 8 o'clock? Yep, I'm doing it 8 o'clock. Can you
Right,
do it noon? Yes, I can do it noon. Can you
right.
do" so now that I, start with the marketing and then the marketing just keep
It
going,
flips. It
it
flips. So
flips.
we use the market and during morning, lunch, evenings. Now signings are morning, lunch, evening. But it
Mhm.
takes a moment for the wave to build and crest.
Yes,
And you had the patience
yes.
and you had the
Patience is key.
consistency and you
Patience
had the
is key.
effort. And I love how you went to conference, got inspired by others. And that's why I bring people on these interviews so other people get
Yeah.
inspired by you. And she's building this consistently. She's raising two amazing girls and she's paying cars cash. Like it's what an incredible journey, Shatia. Is there anything else you want to end with just to inspire people to do more, get more, and be more?
Just put yourself out there, don't be afraid. Um, Go in there, explain your situation to people. There might be a notary that's sick and they see your card on their desk and like, I need this right now. They're gonna pick up your card and call. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there because their card might be sitting on that desk and they might need you and then pick that card up and say, this is my person for today. And then that
Mm,
person for today becomes the person forever.
yeah, ever. I mean, you're dropping so much fire. I hope people rewatch this interview because you're dropping so many little crumbs of excellence. And top of mind marketing is the best thing a notary could do. But it takes some effort to be consistent with that. And that's what you shown today in this conversation. And let me ask you this last question on the way out is if you, Shatia Moore, can build this business, can anybody build this business?
I, Shatea Moore, can build this business. Anybody can do this. Like, I some days you be tired, but you can do this. Put your heart and soul into it. I say give it 6 months to a year and you'll be like, "Oh my god, it's second nature to you." It'll be second nature. I'm printing docs, I'm getting in the car, I'm going to somebody's house and I'm signing, I'm back. So it becomes like another kid. You're taking care of your kid, making sure your baby's okay, and but the difference is this kid is giving you money versus you giving the kid money.
Well, that being said, girl, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to help a notary, inspire the community. But like honestly, Shatia, I mean, to the moon, girl. So I'm so excited for you where this is going, where it is. And I'll see you next conference. Let's go. I hope this story inspires you and lets you know what is possible around your full-time work schedule. If you're ready to make extra income part-time, working for your own self as a notary signing agent, then click the link below to get started today. And if you like this video, hit like and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. And as always, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more content just like this. Let's go.